One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed, and you can get 15% off your order when you head to get-blitz.com and use promo code RVD. Get 15% off.
And that was, it was in a way that's refreshing to make me realize how out of touch with product I am, because like I didn't realize, a lot of the things that people have been telling me,
But we got our regular crew in here. We got some Greg Jacobson. We got Triple E in here. We got some more folks hanging on out. So feel free to join in on the conversation and ask a question to Rob. Rob, you've had a busy weekend. We had a little delay, and that's why we're doing it on Sunday here. You were on SmackDown, sir.
Yes, how about that?
Mm-hmm.
RVD just pops up wherever he feels like. That's part of being the whole effing show,
That's it.
Yeah, it was an invite that happened not with a lot of notice at all. It was awesome to be there. 25-year anniversary, I believe, for SmackDown was was Friday night the first show on Raw? Is that?
It was the first show on USA Network. Yeah,
that's what I mean, on Raw. Okay, cool. That is the impression that I was under because I knew they were moving, and I thought that was the first one. So cool. Yeah, they had showed some legends in the crowd. Would have been cool to do it. It's cool to be part of that, though. Katie came because, one, she loves WWE, and two, she loves RVD. So it was cool to have her by my side as well. Otherwise, I would have had my arm around like Teddy Long or something.
Right? Sheamus, you're over by Sheamus.
Player.
Come on, player. I'm going to book you with The Undertaker. No, it was cool. You guys looked like a good power couple right on the corner there. And it was neat to see because, so I heard through a mutual friend that you might be on there. And I was like, ooh, okay, I definitely got to tune in then. So I tuned in and I was like, is he going to be Kevin Owens' mystery tag team partner? Because I knew there was the unknown guy. I was like, everybody thinks it's going to be Randy. Everybody thinks, I bet they're going to pull a red herring and say it's RVD because Kevin Owens likes RVD a lot. So that's what I thought the whole time. But it was cool to see you there.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it was awesome. And everybody was really cool. It was cool to see everybody. Talked to Mr. Paul Heyman for quite a while. Got to hang out, and always good to see him. He's obviously one of my closer friends there. But, yeah, everybody, it was a good vibe. Good vibe.
Good vibe for sure, huh? And you said it was pretty short notice, huh? It seemed like, pretty like that week. Did they kind of give you a ring and say, like, hey, come on over?
It was a one-day notice to fly out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wednesday, sorry about the short notice. You would have to leave tomorrow. But, are you available on Friday? And I was.
Hey, there you go. Did you get to interact with, Randy Orton or anybody? I saw you made a face at you when he was walking to the ring.
Yeah. And I saw a video, too. I didn't know that they did. I just saw it a little while ago. I guess you didn't catch it yet either. But the three of them.
Oh, I saw it. Yep.
Uh-huh. Oh, you did? Okay, yep. Yeah. What was that for? Was that for social media? Or?
Yeah, that was just on social media. So it was him, Kevin Owens, and Ricky, the Ricky from Seattle guy. Ricky Gibson is that wrestler.
He was in the trailer on another planet or something.
Something like that, yeah. He's like, you want to go hang out with him? That's what it was.
But no, I didn't see him in particularly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw him a couple times, but he was way at the other end of the hallway or whatever. I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, it was pretty neat to see. When I saw him look over there, I was like, oh, he's looking at RVD.
Yeah.
How about Kevin Owens? Did you get to interact with him?
Kind of the same thing, I gave him some knucks on the way out, when we were leaving, and he was busy talking to somebody, and that's about it, Booker T,
he was there.
Ron Simmons and Teddy, we were all in one Legends dressing room, just us brothers. and Brothers, and Vicky and the other one.
Yeah.
You didn't know? Yeah. So that's
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
He's good in any hood. We all know that.
That's right. You assimilate. You definitely assimilate.
But but I didn't stay in the room that much though. But I probably saw those guys more. Did some interviews for some. I don't know if it's going to be a DVD or if it's going to be. Actually, I think it might be a Netflix kind of release. I'm not really sure, but
Oh, cool. Yeah.
we all did. We all took turns like going back and doing some interviews and stuff. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I figured that. It seems like when they bring the legends in and stuff like that, they give them, hey, can you do some extra content that we're going to put later on the network or whatever it may be.
Absolutely, Smurfly. Yep.
Yes. How about Triple H? Did you get to fist bump him or anything?
I did. Yeah, he was really cool. In a good mood, and I got good vibes off him as well.
Yeah, I think watching the product week in and week out, he's just doing a really, really nice job with how it's been delivered and executed, and there's a lot of thought process that goes in. You can tell, and see, he's on the ball with stuff. It seems.
Yeah, just the one match that I saw in the front row there of Randy, and the 6-man.
Yep.
Into a tag match, not a 6-man, but actually a 4-man with, let's call it a 5-man. Just the style and everything was so different than what I see on AEW, and that was it was in a way that's refreshing to make me realize how out of touch with product I am, because like I didn't realize a lot of the things that people have been telling me are in effect, and like in some ways I think that they are I don't want to say, I don't know, bringing it back maybe to more, storytelling and simplifying the actual exhibition to be just doing the moves to further the story. That's the best way I can explain it, as opposed to every match having 6 tables broke and every wrestler diving out onto 6 guys. And there was just so much that was different. But again, that was just off of one match. But in my head, though, with what I have to work with, I'm pretty impressed with the difference of them. And I'm definitely going to be looking at it more on TV from that perspective.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good litmus test, I think, because, to what you're saying, you nailed it, because what Triple H and WWE has been doing is kind of like simplifying everything from the in-ring action. Like, you're getting a lot of good action and a lot of great athleticism and stuff like that, but the primary focus is the storytelling and what weaves in and out of the match, and then later on what you get into the show too. It's and that's both on SmackDown and on Raw. It's like I was telling one of my buddies that I do another show with how I think this is the best summer WWE has had in a long time, like from a storytelling standpoint, because they've been doing a very nice job.
From houses too, right?
From house, from selling tickets and all that stuff, the live event stuff. And did you hear though that I think starting next year that they're going to reduce the live shows down to 200 a year instead? And
I didn't know that they were doing that many now, because I saw somewhere a quote where I believe it was Triple H that said that they weren't actually. Maybe I know where I got the quote from. I heard him say it. Now that I remember, saying to the wrestlers something about that they don't do nearly as much travel as they used to. Mm-hmm. And maybe he was talking about coming up 2025 if they're doing that now. I don't know. He wasn't talking to me, but I came into the arena one time and sat down for a few minutes and was trying to pay attention to a meeting, and then that was part of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I got out of that though was, we were doing 4 house shows every week and 2 TVs. Not everyone was on both TVs, but it seems like I always was. And then sometimes a pay-per-view too, and then sometimes international, which takes place of any days off. And anyway, it was a lot. It was really a lot. And that's one of the things that I've heard people say is that they are better at understanding if people want time off, which I don't know that would necessarily reflect the time on changing or not, but I don't know.
No, because that has to be such a different kind of environment because you were so used to that hectic, wild schedule where it's so like overwhelming, and now if it like they're cutting it down, I mean that's a lot more favorable to the talent in certain ways. But it's also like, do you think that can be also detrimental in a certain way because you're not wrestling as much? Is there a balance to that?
Not unless they're only doing it like once every 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense then.
And if they're making most of their business off of TV and not at the actual live events, then there's not as much incentive to even do them. I could see it maybe becoming just a television product if that's the way that the money flowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?